Like one of the things you talked about, and I think this is probably a mistake people make maybe before they come to you is like, offering somebody a discount like right off the bat, before you've earned that trust instead of reserving that for a loyal client or patient,
Yeah.
you know?
And truthfully, when we talk, the very first thing you mentioned was building trust. And when you come right out of the gate with a discount and you say, 50% off your first treatment, yes, that's an incentive, but that is not building trust. That is not building a lifetime relationship. If you are looking for lifetime value of every client, don't start out with a discount. For heaven's sake, make sure that you are bringing them in and you are talking to them about what matters to them, achieving the results that they are looking for. That's what's going to matter. That's what's going to create a lifetime value as opposed to a one-off quick win. Because the person that is out there seeking that 50% off your first treatment, $10 vial of Botox, those people are going to price shop forever. They'll go to the next med spa that's down the street because they've got a special going on. So that loyalty won't be there. So if you build those relationships and that increases that lifetime value, that's really what you're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you see clients doing that before they come to you, of course, doing that because they have a hard time like valuing their own services? Do people struggle with price points in this industry?
I mean, there is some of that, but I would definitely say that is not the reason that they've often put up these discounts right out of the gate. The reason that people put up a pop up and say, money off and those sorts of things, that works if you're buying a purse. That does not work if you're buying healthcare, if you're buying wellness. So they are either copying someone that they've seen do that. They've worked with someone else who said, you know what you need to do, or, their neighbor said, you know what you need to do. And so they think that discount, that incentive is what's going to grow their practice when it's not. What's going to grow their practice is building trust and authority. And so that's what we want to lean into. There are other things that you can offer that will convey your expertise without offering a discount. Now, to your point a minute ago, offering a discount to someone who has already come in and you're saying, because you're a loyal patient, because you're a loyal customer, we have this program where you're going to take 10% off your total treatment package. That sort of an incentive absolutely works and helps people make those decisions. But when you hit them right between the eyes with it when they first come in, it cheapens it. Like you said, if
Yeah.
they're struggling with the value of what they do, which isn't necessarily, they understand the value of what they do by and large. But if you are devaluing it yourself, will your patients then see that? So.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think, for the loyal patient or client after they've been seeing you for a certain amount of time and getting those great results, I think they really appreciate the discount and they feel valued and they'll continue to
Exactly.
stay loyal.
Exactly. Yep.
Keep coming back and hopefully bring more people, refer their friends
Hmm.
to them. So that's really important. So how competitive, I feel like I've heard that this industry has kind of exploded over the last couple of years. Is that true? If things become more competitive and what factors are playing into that?
Yeah, absolutely. The aesthetics industry has exploded over the last 5-ish years. And I think that that's a lot of that paradigm shift of it used to be something that was like, that's what celebrities do, or it's sort of, untouchable, or it's icky. Like, I don't want to do that. That stigma has completely gone away. And so the industry has absolutely exploded. The competition has exploded. There are such a wide variety of specialties within this industry that you can go in and say, I'm going to zero in on body contouring. Wrinkle relaxers are my jam. I have practitioners who were primary care physicians and decided to move into weight loss, and so they sort of fall into this category now. So there's a lot of competition, but there definitely are ways to differentiate yourself in it. The industry itself is continuing to grow. We're seeing exponential growth year over year. We are members and sponsors of AmSpa. AmSpa's annual report should be coming out shortly on last year, and I expect that it's going to show what we've seen year after year, which is just exponential growth and competition.